of the impact and the effect. Or maybe you are, you just don't care. You called a 5-year-old girl, which I don't know why. I think you are exaggerating, because she could not possibly have been 5 with a baby bottle unless there was something wrong with her. But anyway, she's 5, right? And you just called her a W-H-O-R-E because she wanted a bottle, and then she sat on a man's lap and stopped crying.
That's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the out of this little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just, it had the cap on it and everything.
This is so cringe. No one is laughing. Whoever he's talking to, maybe that's Darlene and Craig, but this is so cringe that nobody is saying anything. But let's listen.
They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee, and she was like, I said, that's a little, it's just Corey Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
Seeing a child suck on their
Yeah, he's trying to be funny, but that just was not funny.
bottle and your mind go to fellatio, you are a disturbed human being. Seeing a child get rocked back and forth to comfort and your mind goes to bedroom positions, you are a disturbed human being. Calling a child a hoe for doing things that kids do is disturbing. You are a disturbed human being. This is not normal.
That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that.
Corey, you are so far out of bounds. You could not catch a jet to get back in bounds. You're so far out of bounds. You're like 1,000, or you're like 1,000,000